I don't really believe in gender roles. I don't believe in the idea that there's a certain way that men are supposed to act and a way that women are supposed to act. Of course, they can maintain these roles if they want to in their lives. Like if a woman wants to act feminine or a man wants to act masculine, they can do that. Of course, if they want to act gender neutral or adopt the other gender's assigned actions, like a woman wants to act masculine by I don't know, acting like they're gangster or being a bodybuilder or something of that nature, she's more than welcome to. And if a man wants to act feminine, like have feminine gestures or be interested in things that are more feminine or even dress feminine, I think that that's fine as well. Individuals can act the way that they choose to, and I don't believe that we should be judging them in that manner. And ideally, in society, there would be basically no separation between men and women. They can behave however they want, and there's zero expectation for what they should be doing in society. So I personally, once again, hold no negative opinions or criticisms of anybody who acts outside of these gender roles. Like if a man wants to wear a dress, in that my opinion, that's fine. In fact, I used to know somebody who would wear a dress. If he went to like a party or something, because he was very open about who he was very accepting about who he was, and he was very proud of who he was. He wasn't ashamed of being the person that he was. He felt like he was more feminine than masculine, and he felt that dressing that way was very expressive of him as an individual. And I agree with that. Now, although I don't really accept the notion of gender in my life, like I wouldn't say that I'm masculine or feminine, if you force me to pick one over the other, I'd probably say that I am more feminine than masculine in my life, just because I'm not really that interested in most masculine ideas, like watching sports or being tough or anything of that nature. And most things that are considered to be feminine, like being in touch with emotions and talking and understanding, you know what I'm talking about, the general feminine mentality that people speak of. That idea that, like, people say that men act a certain way and women act a certain way. And I feel like I act more like a woman in that sense than a man. I don't feel like I'm having some sort of gender confusion, though. I have no problem with being a man, and it's just who I am. Here's the deal, though. I personally would not wear, like, a dress or a skirt or anything like that. Why? I don't know, largely just because it's weird. There's a lot of social connotations that come with that. First off, you're going to get made fun of a lot for it, but also there's the idea that you are gay or you are transsexual if a guy is wearing a dress in public. And I'm not any of those. Of course, I like to say that I don't care what others think of me. Like if someone goes around calling me gay, I don't really care about that. I mean, I know I'm not gay, I know who I am, and their thoughts are irrelevant to me, or at least they should be, but it feels odd to me. I just would not do that, and I wouldn't want to get caught in public wearing a dress. But my question is, why is that? Why would I be afraid of doing that? Is there some shame in that? But I don't view others who do it as being shameful. Maybe it's just the social pressure, but does that mean that I'm just going with the group mentality and adopting something that's wrong? Maybe hundreds of years from now, men wearing dresses will just be totally normal. I'm saying that it shouldn't matter, but even though it's not something that's particularly interesting to me, it's just my mentality. The reason why I do it is just because culture says it, and my gender role dictates that. Does that make me a hypocrite?